Yeah, so as we all have heard or even read about, the Nigerian Civil War of the 1960s was one of the occasions where the level of Western consciousness was awakened due to the suffering and the atrocity level that was caused throughout that civil war. You know, it was a war that was that, that made the Western culture and made the Western world understand the kind of pain and the kind of suffering that Africans actually were going through at that point in time, and made everybody become very, very conscious of that fact. Okay, so in this book, the Biafra story, the making of the Biafran story by Frederick Forsyth, this is just a quick summary of the book of what Frederick Forsyth was trying to say throughout the book. Just in case you haven't read the book or you are thinking about reading the book, this is just a very brief summary of what the book is talking about. This consciousness of the high scale of atrocity that was being committed on the African continent was not just made known solely because of the advancement of communication technology, but it was also made known as a result of the tenacious accuracy of courageous journalists like Frederick Forsyth, a British journalist who was a reputable writer at the time, who had worked for the BBC and even Reuters as well. The Biafra story, Forsyth takes out his time to reveal the active involvement of the British government in the conflict, where, and this was an information that many people in power at that point, even up till now, may not choose to reveal. They might just preferred that it was being kept a secret. So in the book, the story of Biafra, Forsyth, who is an enviable and reputable writer, and a very courageous one at that, came all the way to the Nigerian country, the African continent, to experience what it was like, and to get the information firsthand, being that the information that was being um, told to the world about how the Biafran War or the Nigerian Civil War was going, it wasn't enough for him. So he decided to leave um, England and come down to Nigeria to document it by himself. General Yakubu Gowon's genocide of the Biafran people was facilitated by the ready supply of both weapons and advice from the British government, which Frederick Forsyth takes out his time to explain in details, from the advice on how to go about it, because in the interest of the British, they didn't want a country like a colony, or their colony of Nigeria, to actually split because of the gains that they tend to find, and their own benefits also. Remember, Nigeria is a company of their own, the Royal Niger Company. So it was in the interest of the British people to supply weapons to the Nigerian armies, that is Gowon's Nigerian army, so he could inflict, pain, genocide on the Biafran people. So Forsyth in this book addresses the whole situation, something that very few journalists at that time, or no journalist at that time, was able to speak up for. And yes, this book launched Forsyth into his literary stardom, giving him the background material to write the book like The Dogs of War. You could also check that book out. Forsyth is a very daring journalist, and a courageous one at that. The dramatic events and the shocking political exposures, all delivered with Frederick Forsyth's bold and perspective style, makes the Biafra story a very compelling lesson. Yes, so if you are still having second thoughts of this book, or you want to know more about the Nigerian Civil War from a neutral angle, because remember, Forsyth isn't a Nigerian journalist, he came from the neutral level. So it is a book that you should read. Yes, you should read the book. Yeah, I had read this book back in school, but I picked it up again to read. So yes, it is a book that you should read if you are interested in history of the Nigerian Civil War. So yes, thank you guys for watching this video. Feel free to share this video. And yes, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, well, what can I say other than you are actually missing out on a whole lot of content that will bring value to you on the long run. So feel free to share, like, and subscribe to this channel, and you know what it is from there. From here, it is all love. I remain yours truly, OSSY BLEU, and I'm Sway all day. Peace.